So the stock market performance has been, I would say, worse than bad lately, with S&P 500 year-to-date performance at almost minus 25%, the worst decline since 2008. Real estate market in Canada and in US is seeing significant corrections, and when cryptocurrencies are facing declines above 70%. So now the question is, what might be a good and safe option to put our money in to generate some decent returns right now? I would say one of the options is a high yield or high interest savings account, and that's what we will be talking about in this video. I will be revealing best options in Canada right now, some of them generating up to 4.25% in interest, so make sure to watch till the end to explore all the options. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I believe that regular savings accounts are and always have been a very popular financial tool to use in order to either create an emergency fund and have the funds available at any time, or as a tool to achieve a certain financial goal. But high-yield savings accounts have not been this attractive for a very long time. With rising interest rates, which affect credit cards, loans, mortgages, and make them more and more expensive, the returns on certain savings accounts are rising as well, which make them quite attractive and definitely an important part of anyone's portfolio. Now, the good question you might ask is how the central banks in Canada, US, and around the world are raising interest rates so drastically. However, on the other side, interest rates offered in high-yield savings accounts are not rising so quickly as well. Simple answer is that banks don't basically need to offer more attractive interest rates for savings accounts in order to attract more customers and deposits, at least not yet, because they still have more than enough capital to work with to provide loans, mortgages, or other financial products. As of July 2022, commercial banks in Canada held approximately $2.6 trillion in deposits compared to $16.8 trillion in deposits in the US. And much of all that money sits in either regular checking or savings account. I really enjoyed preparing this video because I must admit the whole financial environment right now is changing so rapidly, and there are more and more options available almost every day how to create additional income, so let's dive into it. Now, what is actually a high interest or high yield savings account? It is basically a savings account as any other, except that this one offers much more attractive interest rate than a regular savings account. The main purpose of a savings account, whether it's a regular one or a high interest one, is to basically park all your extra cash and let it generate some extra income. And one of the main advantages of a savings account is that your money is available at any time when you need it, similar to just a regular checking account we use for any daily banking needs. High-yield savings accounts don't usually come with a debit card or a checkbook because they are not intended to be used for daily banking, like paying for groceries, gas, or utility bills. A good way to create an emergency fund using a high-yield savings account is to set up an automatic transfer from your regular checking account, so you do not need to keep track of the transfers every month or every week. Another attractive perk is that most high-yield savings accounts have the interests calculated daily and credited back into the account monthly. So this basically means that you can grow your savings faster because of the compound interest. Let's say you put an initial investment of $5,000 into your high interest savings account, and then you will continue saving $500 every month for a period of 1 year. And let's say your savings account will have an interest rate of 4.25%. So you will have saved in total $11,000 within 1 year, plus you will also have earned $334.95 in compound interest. And let's say if you would continue 1 more year under the assumption that your high yield savings account still has an interest rate of 4.25%, because as I have mentioned before, this can change anytime based on the interest rates of Bank of Canada, you will have saved a total of $17,000 plus an additional $944.45 in compound interests only. High interest savings account is a very safe financial tool to save and invest money, which means that the returns are also lower than whatever other options might offer. So to summarize it, it is a very attractive financial tool for creating a financial reserve, emergency fund, and save for any bigger future expenses, for example, like down payment on an investment property, but it is not the right tool for any long-term savings goals like retirement. Especially with very high yield savings accounts, there might be some limitations for how long are you going to get the bonus interest for, so it's always very important to make your due diligence. There are rarely any requirements or limitations for how long you need to hold your high yield savings account, so if you want to take advantage of a certain promotional period in order to lock in high interest, you can always switch over to another bank or a financial institution once this promotional period is over, so you basically won't lose on any other future promotions. Alright, so let's have a look at the juicy stuff now. My first tip, and I would also say one of the most attractive options to start with, is the eAdvantage savings account from CIBC. You can log in 4.25% for first 4 months. So if you have a cash balance in your checking account, you know you are not gonna need it for within next 4 months. This is certainly the way to go to take advantage of this special rate. This high yield savings account interest rate consists of 3 different rates, which combined give you a rate of 4.25%. First part is the 2.25% bonus interest rate plus 0.75% so-called smart interest. The only thing you basically need to do is to save at least $200 or more a month to qualify for this special rate, with an account balance of up to $200,000 plus 1.25% regular interest. This account comes with no monthly fees, no minimum account balance, and as I have mentioned, interests are being calculated daily and pay back into the account monthly. Once the 4-month period is over, the general interest rate drops down to 1.25%. My second option is the high interest savings account from Save & Financial. Now, Save & Financial might not be so very well known, but it is owned by one of Canada's largest credit unions, First Ontario Credit Union, which has been around since 1939. I personally really like this product because it offers an interest rate of 3.3% without restrictions or limitations. So unlike the eAdvantage savings account from CIBC with high interest savings account from Save & Financial, you are not limited with any preferred interest rate for a certain limited period of time. The interests are calculated daily and pay back into the account monthly as well, so you can take full advantage of the compound interest. And of course, this account comes with no minimum balance, no account fees, and as I have mentioned before, you can access your savings anytime should something unexpected come up. Now, my third choice is high interest savings account from With Bank. This high interest savings account gets you 2.25% right now in interests and comes with no minimum balance, no monthly fees. On top of that, one e-transfer per month is free as well. This account is available in all provinces in Canada but Quebec. Once you have an external checking account linked to your savings account with Bank, all deposits and withdrawals are also free, and this high yield savings account is covered with CDIC insurance like all the other ones as well. Similar to my first two picks, interest in high interest savings account from With Bank are calculated daily and paid into the account on a monthly basis either. My next tip is the high interest e-savings account from RBC. There are certain limitations to this e-savings account and the promotional rate is time limited. However, I still consider it as a very attractive option for a high interest savings account, and you can switch over to any other bank once the promotional interest period is over. So, with high interest e-savings account from RBC, you are getting 4% interest rate for promotional period of 3 months, and it applies to account balances of up to $1 million. This account comes with no minimum balance requirement, no monthly fees, and it also comes with a 1 free ATM cash withdrawal per month. I personally think that the 3 months period is too short, and if you are planning on using the high interest savings account for creating, for example, an emergency fund, but if you have a stash of cash available in your checking account, it's a fairly attractive way to earn decent interest, I would say, within a short period of time. And my tip number 5 is the Momentum Plus savings account from Scotiabank. Basically, this high interest savings account comes with all the perks like the other options I have included in this video, meaning no monthly fees, no minimum account balance required, interest calculated daily and paid back into the account monthly. So you can take full advantage of the compound interest as well. The offered interest rate on the Momentum Plus savings account is 2.55%, which includes a minimum period of using this account of 1 year. If you would be using the account for less than 1 year, the interest rate decreases, but this account performs exactly the same like the other ones I have mentioned, meaning you can access your saved funds anytime. Alright guys, thank you as always for watching. If you found value in this video, please support my channel by hitting the like button and consider subscribing to this channel so you don't miss out on any future content. It's a win-win situation for everyone. Thank you again, take care and see you in the next video.